Welcome to Inspiring Narratives, your favorite channel for uplifting stories, renewed hope, and cultivating a deeper connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Discover with me how turning to Allah can lead you to amazing changes in your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back with another uplifting story that will, by the grace of Allah, strengthen your faith and renew your hope, inshaAllah. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Get yourself your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's get started with today's video. I pray you're well and in the best of faith. Today I have a beautiful story to share with you, but before I do, I wanted to share something that was on my mind. What we're witnessing globally today is very difficult and appears to only be getting worse. As you know, I choose to not talk about these issues, and I prefer to put the energy into making dua for the ummah. With everything happening, I can't help but feel how blessed we are to have been guided to Islam. Alhamdulillah for having Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our lives. I don't think I've ever experienced a level of appreciation for my faith as much as I do today. Without Allah's guidance, we'd be stressed and lost. I can't imagine trying to navigate all of this evil and corruption that's going on in the world without Islam as my compass. It's a scary world. But our faith brings deep reassurance, peace, and a sense of safety even in times like these. It's Friday tomorrow, alhamdulillah, a beautiful blessing from Allah, the best day of the week. Let's not forget to make dua for the ummah, inshallah. We are truly, truly blessed. I hope you feel it too. Alhamdulillah, hamdan kathiran dayman wa abadan. I also want to mention that I have shared in a community post a 30-day ruqya plan. If you need healing in any way, body, mind or heart, follow the plan for 30 days inshallah, and you will experience so much khair and barakah inshallah. Comment on that post your start date and then come back to the post once you have completed your 30 days and share your experience with everyone inshallah. Let's move on to today's story. Today's story is filled with hope and beautiful expectations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The sister of today's story says, I'm married and I have 4 children. My husband is a good man, well-mannered, religious, kind and respectable. Allah has blessed me with sons and daughters, alhamdulillah. Financially, we're stable. Our situation is good, alhamdulillah. The children's needs are met and they don't ask for anything unreasonable. Allah has blessed me with a calm, stable home and a righteous husband, alhamdulillah. Allah has guided my children. I follow up with them in school and they're doing well. Our life, alhamdulillah, is filled with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One day when my eldest was about to start high school, we woke up to the news that turned our whole life upside down. I say until this day, it was a test from the Lord of the worlds. It was never something bad. We woke up to the news that my husband had cancer. May Allah heal our sick and protect us from illnesses and grant wellness to everyone. Allahumma ameen. My husband said to me, look, the people who have this disease end up dying in the end. So we shouldn't spend the money. Save it so it benefits you later. Try as much as possible to be careful with the money. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes me, it will help you and the children. The doctors, on the other hand, took me aside and said, all praise is due to Allah that we discovered your husband's illness early. That's a blessing. It means there's hope. Have certainty in Allah that He will heal your husband, inshallah. Early detection is not the same as in the late stages. So let's look at the positive side. We're still at the beginning. They used to tell me if the treatment has 50% chance of helping him, then you have 100%. You must make him feel there's nothing to fear. You need to give him positive energy, optimism and hope. Now look at how my life changed. I was a woman sitting comfortably at home, not worrying about tomorrow. My husband worked and provided for us. Suddenly I had to go out and work to provide for my home and children. I had to take my husband to his sessions and treatment and handle everything from the biggest to the smallest. I tried to appear happy, okay and unfazed in front of him. But the pressure on me was huge. I worked outside and inside the home, took him to the hospital for chemo, and stayed awake with him through the night. I would sit and cry to my Lord. I really can't carry on like this. What should I do? I've reached my limit. Especially with my son starting high school, he needed close follow up, private lessons, money, extra attention. I felt immense pressure. My son's exams, my sick husband, my young children, family and relatives helped, but no one can help every day. Whoever stands by you today can't always stand by you tomorrow. They have their own homes and children. My husband's treatment went on for a year and a half. Life was hard. I reached a stage of utter exhaustion. Ya Rab, what do I do? I'm at my limit. I'm tired. And at the same time, I tried not to show any of this to my husband. One day, when I was at breaking point, I had problems at work too. My manager didn't know me or my situation at home. That day, I was late to work because I had to give my husband his medication on time and follow up with him. I had asked my manager the day before for leave, but he refused. When I came in late, he didn't spare me. His reaction felt very harsh. I entered my office in tears, thinking, how did I get here? I used to be comfortable at home. Why is all of this happening? I felt so sorry for myself, once respected and sheltered, never needing anyone, and now I am being humiliated. I felt sorry for myself and for my husband. I cried and I went home that day with red eyes. My husband tried to find out what was wrong, but I kept saying it's nothing. And I'd laugh and joke with him and the children, telling them I'd met new people at work. I always tried to show I was happy with my job. That night I woke up for night prayer, Qiyam al-Layl. I prayed and I made dua. Ya Rab, strengthen me. Strengthen me, grant me success, give me power, guide me. I made all the du'as, for strength, endurance, and patience. I was holding my phone, scrolling videos when I came across a female Islamic speaker who I love listening to. She was talking about the virtue of sending blessings upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how Allah relieves worries, forgives sins, provides and expands provision, how your prayers are presented to Allah and to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She kept describing the virtues, and it made me love it even more. I always knew about Salawat and its beauty, but hearing all those virtues listed made me think all of this happens just by repeating Salawat. Life got heavy with my husband's illness and work, and I drifted away from this beautiful habit. I made dua for that speaker, and before I knew it, my tongue was repeating Allahumma salli ala Muhammad وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. From morning to night, on the way to work and through chemo appointments, I stayed with Salawat, sending blessings without stopping. I want to tell you, as long as I was consistent with Salawat, Allah made things easy for me. On days when there was usually traffic, I'd find transport available and the roads clear. At hospital, paperwork that used to be complicated would finish smoothly. Before, I'd have to go to the manager and to other people and ask for help. Now, with Salawat, the way would just open, an easy path. I got things done without needing favors, whether for my husband's treatment or for my work. During that period, my son was in high school. He'd always been a bit rebellious, and now, reaching that age, things were tough with him. But while I continued with my salawat, I was surprised. He calmed down, sat and studied, then got up, made wudu, and went to pray in the mosque. I saw the difference. Life was hard before, but with salawat, Allah made things easier. Allah knew how tired I was with my husband, work, and my children, and my son. At work, even if I arrived late, I was surprised my manager wasn't harsh with me like before. He spoke gently. If I made a mistake, he explained calmly. Even though no one at work knew my home situation, I wanted it that way. I didn't want anyone to know. It was purely from Allah. He softened people's hearts. As for my husband's treatment, I found Allah facilitating it. Hospital procedures finished quickly. My son was calm. The little ones were calm. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made my life so much easier. That encouraged me to continue. I became addicted to salawat. My tongue couldn't take to anything but salawat. I'd pray night prayers and keep making dua. Another thing, the doctors used to say the biggest driver is you. Make him feel treatment is available and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will heal him. At first, that pressure was heavy on me. How can I encourage him with something I didn't feel myself? I knew many die from this disease. But when I committed to salawat and kept repeating it, I started to feel from within, no, inshallah, there is good. Allah will heal him and make him happy. I truly felt inner optimism and a strong motivation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would heal him. You know that when you genuinely feel hope and optimism, you pass it to those around you. I began speaking to my husband with conviction. I'm 1,000,000% sure Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will heal you. He would finish chemo and then go for scans to check if anything remained. He'd say, I feel something else will show up. I would tell him, I swear by Allah, I'm certain Allah will heal you. I also said to him, I want nothing from you except that you keep up salawat upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I want you to know this is the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving me strength and energy, allowing me to go out to work and also be able to work at home. You know me, I wasn't like this. You always said I'm not the working type, that I prefer staying at home. Look at me doing it all now, alone. Do you know why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with me and because I committed to salawat. It was a treasure for me. I held on to it and I didn't want to stop. You too, keep up with salawat and you'll feel the power, the optimism, the great hope inside you, I told him. Indeed, my husband committed to salawat. A week later, we were due to do another scan to see if anything remained or if he was fully cured. That week, he could barely sleep from thinking, will something show? Am I cured? Day and night, he repeated salawat, prayed and made dua. The most consistent thing was salawat. He and I even turned it into a challenge. We'd ask each other, how many times did you send salawat today? We reached very high numbers. Alhamdulillah, we went for the tests and scans. The doctor gave us the glad tidings. There's nothing. You're fine and healthy. Go back to your normal life. The disease has completely disappeared. After a journey that lasted 1.5 to 2 years, full of pain and hardship, I consider it a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or rather a call from Him for us to return to salawat upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to draw closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to recognize that our ordinary life, stable and uneventful life, was in fact a huge blessing. When someone asks, how's your day? And you feel like saying same as yesterday, nothing new, say alhamdulillah that there's nothing new. As they say, no new news is good news. Not every new is good. Sometimes it disrupts our peace. A calm and ordinary day is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and a huge blessing. Sit with it for a second and really reflect on all the blessings in your life. Most of us overlook many blessings because they feel small, or because we want a certain desire and dua to be answered, that we often forget the beautiful blessings in our life already. Innal insana li rabbihi lakanut. Indeed, mankind to his Lord is ungrateful. Allahumma inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husna abadatika. O Allah, help me to remember you, to be grateful to you, and to worship you in the best way. Allahumma ameen. لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم ولئن كفرتم إن عذابي لشديد. If you are grateful, I will certainly give you more. But if you are ungrateful, surely my punishment is severe. May Allah protect us from being amongst the ungrateful. Allahumma ameen. Say alhamdulillah if you wake up without pain. Your home is warm, your bed is clean, and the lights turn on and the water runs. Say alhamdulillah that you have fresh, clean and chilled water when you are thirsty. There's food in the fridge and a hot drink in your hands. Your children are safe, happy and woke up smiling. School drop-off went smooth. The bus came on time. The car started. Your husband came home safe, healthy and provided for you and for your children. Or if you're on your own, Allah provided for you through your work, your skills or unexpected help. No urgent calls from any doctors, no scary emails, no we need to talk messages. You have Wi-Fi, the bills are being paid, the washing machine did its job, your body is healthy, you took a walk, you prayed on time, you remembered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The list goes on and on. Just a gentle reminder to look around and reflect upon the blessings in your life. Living in a state of gratitude lifts your mood almost instantly. The very awareness that you're blessed is a gift in itself. The ability to appreciate is a blessing too. So remember, if today looks like yesterday, alhamdulillah. That means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept you safe and is continuing to bless you. Your life is moving forward quietly and smoothly under His care. And for that, we are so very grateful. May Allah continue to bless us and never take away these beautiful blessings. Allahumma ameen. And that's it for today's video. Until next time, my lovelies, I leave you in the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.